Hey guys, and welcome back to your girl Brittany, and I'm back with another tutorial for you that was inspired by those cute little tote bags, but I wanted a actual moving handle portion. So if you want to see how it's done, stay tuned. Alright, so we're going to start with our two main pieces for the base, and you need two pieces that are 8 by 10, and then on 3 sides, so on the 8-inch side and both on the 10-inch side, you score it at 3. And then on one of the pieces, you're going to cut the squares out completely out, and then on the other piece, you are just going to cut up on the score line of the square. Now, my footage, I forgot to hit the record button, so what you're going to do is just lay that square right on top of the other one. Yep, and again, I forgot to hit that record button, y'all. But this piece, don't worry, all the information will be down below in the description box for you. But you are just going to go ahead and fold this as usual, hill and valley, in and out, in and out. And you're going to create your pocket. So this pocket is going to go on the front of your box. Go ahead and pick a side. And you're going to add your score tape or whatever adhesive that you are wanting to use and apply it to the front. So it's an accordion piece. So the bottom portion just kind of stays stationary, but the accordions on the side will help, expand to give you room in case you have something a little chunky that you want to put in that pocket. Now we're going to work on the lid, which is a 4 by 6 and scored at 1 inch on the 6-inch side. And you're just going to go ahead and crease up on that score line. And you're going to apply this to the back part of your suitcase, right where the score line hits and on the back top of the suitcase. So this is going to be your lid, but I decided to actually give my lid a fold, so then that way if you do have something that has a little bit more height, because it does measure at 5 inches in height overall, you still have the ability to put it in there and utilize it because of the fact that you had created some more room with the lid there. Alright, so next we're going to work on attaching the straws. So you're going to need a piece that is 4.5 by 1.5, and then you need 2 straws and a ruler and a pen or marker to make some marks. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your straw, and on your ruler, so not on the actual edge of the ruler, but where your first line hits on your ruler, you are going to mark it at 4.25. And then you are going to slide your straw from the marking that you had just made at the 4.25 mark. You're going to line that up with your edge of the ruler, and then you're going to mark at 3. So again, you're going to first line your straw up at the lined edge. Remember, not the actual edge of the ruler, but where your line starts on your inches side. And you're going to mark it at 4, and then slide it on over to where you had marked it, and then mark it again at 3. And you're going to do this to both straws. Now, using your finger, your fingernail, or bone folder, you're going to push in on those marks that you made. So you guys remember the hangman game? So that's what it's going to kind of turn into, is like that little hangman hook there. And so you're going to do that to both of your straws. Now we're going to take that 4.5 by 1.5 strip, and we're going to prep it by running it against the straw, because we're just going to prep it to kind of help be able to kind of form with the straw later on here in a little bit. But just kind of use it to prep it. I mean, you don't have to, but I found out that this worked best for me, so that is what I'm doing right here. Now you're going to take one of the straws, and that tiny little nub portion, you're going to kind of push it in, so then that way we can add our hot glue, and we are going to insert it in the longer portion of the other straw. So be very, very careful when you are doing this, but we're going to put it on the inside. So if you want to put the hot glue on the inside of the straw portion first and then tuck it in, if that works best for you, go ahead and go for it. But then after you do that, you're going to do it again on the other side. So now we have our rectangular shape here with our straws, and now we're going to grab our box and we're going to kind of line it up where it just goes a little bit above the lid. And now we are going to take our little strip portion and we're going to kind of maneuver it around the straws. So the whole key of this is making sure that it fits snug and tight around your straws without getting your adhesive onto the straw, because of course if you get it on there, your straw handle is not going to move. So you want to just kind of manipulate it and work with it the best way you can. I tried scoring and trying to do this, but it didn't work out the way that I was hoping it would. So this is really my best way of describing it. If you guys do it and if you figure out an easier way, make sure you let me know. But yeah, you're just going to kind of just keep shaping it and manipulating it around the straws. So then again, you want it to be really, really snug, but you do not want any of your adhesive that you are using, whether it's wet glue, hot glue, or whatever. You don't want it to seep onto your straws, because otherwise it won't move. And you want to make sure it's nice and snug, because you want to be able to pull the handle up and it not go anywhere. So take your time so you can go ahead and get it, and hopefully it works out best for you. Now I'm just gonna take some of those foam balls we get from the Dollar Tree, and I took 2 of them and I cut it in half, and I'm gonna add them onto the bottom using hot glue as my feet. So then when I add my little faux wheels on there, it will sit up a little bit higher and just be a little bit more stationary, and just be an added little touch. So now I'm adding on my little faux wheels. I did some scallop circles and added some skulls on the outside of it, since this is a Halloween theme. And I mean, some of the ones I made originally beforehand, I used rosettes, and that turned out super cute as well. So whatever works best for you, regular circle, rosettes, scallop circles, whatever tickles your fancy, go ahead and add those on and then decorate it to your liking. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I cannot wait to see how your guys' turn out. If you have questions, feel free to ask me. You know how to hit me up, and I will see you in the next video, guys. Bye.